Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel at Future Way Next. I hope you're doing well. Today, we're going to talk about Visitor Visa to Work Permits 2024. Before we start, make sure to stick around till the end for all the info. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for updates. Now, let's get into it. Welcome everyone to the latest IRCC update from Canada. We bring you news regarding work permits for visitors. Stay tuned to get the most up-to-date information on latest updates from the Immigration, Refugees and Citizenship Canada IRCC. But before we start, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and hitting the notification bell to stay informed with updates. Now let's explore the promising changes in Canada's immigration policies. So to get all the information, pay attention and watch the video through to the end. Can a visitor work in Canada? While work and study permits are issued for performing or undertaking specific activities in Canada, a visitor visa has a broader scope. However, that doesn't mean that there aren't any restrictions on what you can and cannot do as a visitor in Canada. Canadian work regulation apply to all individuals who are not Canadian citizens or permanent residents. If you are visiting Canada with a visitor visa, there are crucial considerations to keep in mind before seeking employment in the Canadian labor market. That's why in this blog we will provide a clear breakdown of what is permissible and what is not. While under a visitor visa you cannot stay permanently. A visitor visa allows you to enter Canada and gives you temporary legal status in the country. However, you only maintain that status for as long as your visa is valid. You cannot legally stay in Canada on a visitor visa that is no longer valid. To work in Canada, you need a valid work permit to work in Canada. A visitor visa does not allow you to work in the country. As a visitor visa holder, you cannot study in Canada except under the specific conditions listed above. In all other cases, you need a study permit to legally study in Canada. As a visitor, you will have to initiate the study visa process after returning to your country. One exception to this rule that allows a visitor to apply for a study permit from within Canada is if he or she has a family member holding a valid Canada study or work permit. But under a visitor visa you can enter and stay in Canada. Firstly and most importantly, a visitor visa allows you to enter Canada. Once inside Canada, your visitor visa gives you temporary legal status to live or travel anywhere you want in Canada. When visiting Canada, keep in mind and know that this is a temporary status. Visitor visas can be issued for periods up to 6 months. The exact validity period of your visa will be determined by the officer who issues the visa. Once the validity period is over, your visa will expire, and you will lose your legal status as a visitor in Canada. To search for work in Canada, while visitor visas are not meant to be used as a vehicle to find work in Canada, visitor visa holders are not expressly prohibited from searching for work while they're in Canada. In fact, Canadian employers often prefer to meet candidates in person before they hire them, so searching for work from inside Canada may be more effective than trying to find a job from overseas. However, if you do choose to search for work while you're a visitor visa, you should keep the following in mind and never conceal or falsify your reason for visiting Canada from an immigration officer. B. You will be expected to prove your intention to return to your country when your visitor visa expires, irrespective of the outcome of your search for work. C. You will be expected to prove that you won't work in Canada without a valid work permit. To join a short-term course in Canada, normally you must obtain a study permit to be eligible. There are some rare exceptions that allow you to study in Canada on a visitor visa if you meet the following conditions. A. The school offering the course is not a designated learning institute. B. The duration of the course or program is less than 6 months. C. The course is not a part of a longer program. D. You will complete the course before the expiry of your visitor visa. However, if you would like to extend your stay beyond the initial validity period of your visa, you can apply for an extension. Whether or not the extension is issued and the validity period of the extension are at the discretion of the immigration officer reviewing your application. 5. Perform business activities. While you generally need a work permit to work in Canada, you can carry out some business activities while on a visitor visa as long as you do not directly enter the Canadian labor market. For example, you can purchase goods or services for A. Foreign business from Canadian businesses. B. Visit a business site. C. Receive training for product use sales or other business functions under invitation from a Canadian business. D. Meet and interact with people for initiating and concluding a business transaction. A. 6. Apply for a work permit. Usually visitors do not have the right to apply for a work permit while in Canada. However, a temporary measure valid until the end of February 2025 makes it possible for visitors who receive a valid job offer while in Canada to apply to get a work permit while in Canada on a visitor visa. Prior to this temporary policy change, those applying to work in Canada would typically need to apply for their initial work permit before they came to Canada. If they were already in Canada with visitor status when they were approved for a work permit, they would need to leave Canada to be issued their work permit. With this policy in place, leaving Canada isn't necessary. That concludes our comprehensive update on the recent changes in Canada's immigration policies, specifically focusing on work permits for visitors. We hope this information has been valuable to you as the immigration landscape continues to shift. It's crucial to stay informed and make the most of new opportunities. If you have any questions or would like to share your thoughts on these updates, feel free to leave a comment below. And of course, for more in-depth guidance to your situation, consider consulting with immigration professionals or legal experts. Thank you for joining us today. Stay tuned for more immigration updates and best of luck on your journey toward making Canada your new home. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more updates on future Way Next. That's it for today. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments. Thanks for watching the whole video. See you in the next one. Take care.